Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Grace. I am here in North Dakota at the Comfy Nest with Grace, and I am going to be working on part 2 of the Birdcage project. And we started this the other day on my Facebook page, and ran into a little struggle with the surface in terms of getting those transfers to go on, but we got it down now. So we have some time. We're going to finish this up together. Hopefully some of you will be here. I'm going to check here and see if I can find comments. If you're here, make sure that you say hello so that I know that you're here and we can chit chat. I'm going to be pulling some names in my happy mail book. I'm going to be pulling some names from the comments to send some folks some happy mail. So please say hello. Please like this. It helps us so much. If you guys, you don't even understand. If you can hit that little like button on this video and also comment, those are 2 things you can do to help us kind of get out there and see more people. And make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on anything new. All right, let's do it. I'm going to get you on the table and we're going to get started. Actually, let's make this big. Yes, like that. That's much better. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments yet, but I'm going to keep watching for them. Let me just check something really quick. Let me see if I can pull this up on YouTube. Can you guys hear me? I hope. I'm going to pull it up on YouTube and see what we get. See if you can hear me and see me, making sure this is all working just right. Yes, there's the live broadcast. Easy breezy. This is all working. Yep, and the volume's working, so we're in good shape. All right. Let's do it then. Okay, so I have my little, this is just like a little palette for my paint. And here's the board that we were working on. And my goal, my hope was to do a little stenciling behind the images. And I have all these rub-on transfer images that are just beautiful that I want to put on here to create a little scene. Also, what I wanted to do, if possible, if at all possible, is to stencil this phrase on here. But now that I'm seeing this together, forever and ever, amen, it's not going to fit that way. So I'm going to have to work that in somehow. Or I may just take a paint pen and handwrite something on. That's another option. But let's get going with the paints. I need some paints on my little paint. I probably shouldn't have my mouse in there, should I? I need a little bit of this paint because I want to do a little bit more of this in the background very faintly. You see, I want it back there, but not the star of the show. You know how I talk. We want it to be the background singers. You know my language. If you've been hanging out with me for a while, you would know my wacky language and lingo that I come up with to describe everything. Okay, so let's get a little bit of really soft pink here. Lots of white with a little bit of that mauve pink to get that kind of color. And I'm going to grab that stencil again. And let's add, I just want to put something in here. And I may still do a branch. I may still be able to get a branch on here from the rub-on transfers. I want this to be, you guys, I want it to be faint. It doesn't even need to be, it could be dry brushed. It doesn't need to be complete. And let's wipe that off a little. All right, that's good. And then let's see. Should I put something in here? I would like a little more white paint. Let's make it a little fainter, a little brighter, a little more toward the white side. And let's add, this one's really pretty, this end. Remember, I'm not looking for like something to be showing up too big. I want it to just be really faint. There we go. Okay, that might be enough. I'm going to put this aside for a few minutes. I don't want to put it on the ground because I'll get paint on the ground on my floor, which isn't nice. Please say hello when you get here. I see there are a couple of people, a couple of eyes on me, and I would love to know who you are. Please say hello. I'm going to be adding names. I'm going to pull a couple of random names from the comments to send some folks some happy mail. And I'd love to do that for you guys, so let me know that you're here. Okay, this needs to dry, that paint. Then let's get the rest of our transfers ready. Like this guy, I know I can put him on because I know I want him kind of perched right here. I'm going to move him over a little simply because if I go over, I kind of wanted his foot on the end of the door. However, I'll lose the end of his tail if I do that. So let's scoot him over just a little to right there. Okay. And it is just what it says. It's a rub-on transfer. So that image, I'm going to rub it into the board and it is going to transfer onto right on top of the other transfers, right on top of this painted, recycled Goodwill thrift store find. I got the board for about $4, probably a couple of years ago now. It's just kind of been sitting in my stash. Let's see if we can get this. And I'm going to start lifting. And if something doesn't transfer, what you're going to do is you're just going to come in and you're going to press a little harder in that area until it finally will release. There we go. You can use anything hard like this, like a popsicle stick would work. The end of a paint, like the blunt end of a paintbrush would work. Anything like that. You just need something solid that you can push this into your surface with. And I'm pulling up slowly because if there's anything not truly stuck on there, when you put it back down, you have another chance to get it to stick. All right, let's pull from this side now. Yeah, his beak didn't transfer. So I want to keep that film, that top film, the transfer film, on in place everywhere. I don't want to pull it up completely because if something didn't transfer, you have a second chance to do it. Then we can use this, the shiny side, not the side that the transfer was on, to burnish that, make sure it's going to stay in place. How cute are these? This little bird is. And the colors are so pretty. Hi, Debbie. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for saying hello. Thanks for being here. Let's see if we can find a branch. I wanted a branch kind of sitting under here. And there are some branches in this set that simply have florals on them. And that would be lovely. My first try at this didn't work. Now I will, okay. There's 3 sections to this. There's the backing sheet, which is white. That's this part. There's the transfer part. That's the clear part on top. And then there's the actual sticker, which sits in between. And when you peel these off, the sticker will stay on the clear part. And sometimes I'll pull it off just so I can visualize, because you can see right through the transfer material. I want to visualize, is this going to work if I put this right here? What will this look like? Maybe I could go, that would be really pretty. Actually, I could go up this way and then I wouldn't get in the way of the tail. I might do this, girls. And we're running into the edge of the board. So you have an option. You can continue it onto your frame, or you can just cut it off. Like, see where I'm kind of putting my nail into the bed of the frame to establish that as the end of the transfer, the design. If you wanted to, you could push this right onto your frame and roll it right over, but I'm not going to do that. Well, this is the first board that I had envisioned this kind of the layout being different. However, this is going to be just fine. It's going to be just fine. We moved to a different board. Hey, Sharita, how are you? Howdy, howdy. Good morning, ladies. What's it like where you are? What are you guys doing? It's sunny, you guys, but there's so much snow on the ground out there. I told my husband, he walked outside yesterday and he said, it's March. And you could hear the birds chirping. And I said, I know it doesn't. He said, spring has arrived. I said, Christopher, with all that snow on the ground, it sure doesn't look like it. It is much warmer, though, than it has been. So that's good. And, you know, with each warm, sunny day, even if it's not above 32, which it hasn't been, the snow still melts with that bright sun. Every time I pull it up, if I see something that didn't transfer, I just put it back down like that leaf. Come on, baby. There you go. This one's stubborn too. Could just be user. It could be the user error on my part. but it's very forgiving process. As you can see, how many times I pull it up and put it back down to keep transferring part of the image. Did you girls see? I'm going to be posting. I have maybe about 10 or 15 of these in my stash that I'm going to be posting up for grabs in that Facebook group because I have so much on hand and I would love to share these. Let's make sure that somebody's using them. I also have some of my actual stencils that I'm going to be selling. Okay, look. That is, look at the detail. That's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And with the way this applies, you can see I got right up to the edge on both of those. We lose just a little bit of that, but that's okay by me because I got exactly what I wanted on there. Now that's quite pretty. I think what I'm going to do is take maybe at least one, maybe two of these and put them here down here so this little part doesn't look so plain. Let's stick one of these guys in this corner right here. And I'm going to try to get right up to that corner. So I'm going to flip this so that I can see what I'm doing here. And make sure I get it right into that corner. And I can see that that's already transferred. I'm going to pull back slowly. Oh, missed this leaf. Missed this edge of the flower. And then I always do this from the other way, just in case something didn't transfer. But it did, so we're in good shape. Okay. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Okay, now I think this is plenty. I'm debating on a butterfly. I may just prop, like maybe the bird is looking up at the butterfly. May just do that. Let's just peel this off quick and see, visualize. That would be really cute. I think I'm going to do that. But before I do that, let's make sure by figuring out what we're going to do for the words. What are we going to do for these words, girls? I was planning on forever and ever, amen. But now this just isn't going to fit unless Let's look through this stencil set quick and see if there's anything else. Saved by Grace, that won't show up. That one's too big. Need to worship. That one's nice. Nice phrase. Need to worship. If I put it up in this corner, I can get it. We're reworking this because we changed the actual I like this one too, keep the faith. We changed the actual board in part 1. If you were there for part 1, I changed the actual board that we were working on from the square one to this rectangle. All right, so I'm definitely not going to use any of these. I really love the amen in this one with that big scrolly A. But I don't see how I would fit this. How about if I put that there? And if I did the amen here, it would go over where the butterfly would be. So I don't necessarily want to do that. I actually had, you know that song Sparrows? It's a contemporary Christian song. Who sings it, girls? Is it Jason Gray? Well, there's a couple of versions of it actually, but I think his version of it. I had the wording. In fact, I wrote it down. It is him. I had the wording of that song kind of written down. Even the sparrow knows, which I was thinking would be a really nice phrase to have on here too. And I could use a paint marker and just write that on. What do you think of that plan? I'm trying to think if I could fit it, even the sparrow, and then I could put nose here. The other part, the other phrase from that song was "You don't walk alone," which I like a lot too. But the forever and ever amen was the one I really wanted. Dang it, if I had put this birdcage down here, I would have been fine. I was wanting to get the branch under there. That's the reason I did that. Okay. Let's see. I had some other stencils pulled out, so let me grab them. Hi, Gia. Good morning. How are you, dear? Tell us what you're up to. I'm going to grab these other stencils across the room and see if I can find a different phrase that'll work. You guys, when I tell you I have a lot of stencils, it ain't no joke, man. It ain't no joke. Whoa, whoa. My big hit hit something on the table and it fell. Look at this. Ay, 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 there's a lot in here. Okay, I can't even go through them. This isn't even all of them, girls. But if I pull them out, I can't. I think these are all Christmassy. Yep. Those are all Christmas in the back. All right, I'm going to look through here quick and see if there's another smaller phrase that I could take from. I really love the one that I picked, but as you can see, it's not wanting to, it doesn't want to fit on there anymore. Better together. That would be cute with the two little birdies. Changes the whole feel of the what do you call it? The vibe for the sign, but it would work. I have these ones, but I think again those words are just too big. Bless your heart. That would be cute. Hey y'all, that one's a little one. That would work. All right, we're into spring and the bunnies and aloha and red, white, and blue. We got all kinds of stuff to look at here. Now this one's one of the smaller ones. Let's see if this would be big enough. You guys, this process of me working through this while we're on camera, I don't do this a whole lot. Normally I'm pretty organized and I have it all set up before we get online, but sometimes it's good just to hang out. Number one, first and foremost of all, hang out, chat with each other, see what everybody's up to. And then second of all, have you witnessed, it's a process, man. I think sometimes people think when creatives like me who have these businesses where we go live and we teach workshops, sometimes I wonder if you guys think it all comes so dang fast. Usually we're very organized and we have a full plan in mind before we get started. So, it's good for you to see that that's not always the case. This one has Amazing Grace. He is risen. The Amazing Grace is really little. What does he is risen look like? I think it's this one. Really little too. If I did it without the wheat. I think I may just go back to my original plan and go over the birdcage. It's it wasn't my original plan. That doesn't mean it can't work. Oh, this one has such good affirmations too. Live simply, choose joy, be kind, be the good. Oh my gosh, if we could fit be the good. This one has a lot to choose from. Take a peek. It's Thursday. What do you guys have going on today? Gia, Sharita, Debbie, what's happening in your world? And Gannon has band concert tonight. I love going to band concert. I just love seeing all of the kids and the teacher, all of their hard work for the semester coming together, and I'm always so darn impressed with what they do. And Gannon was extremely nervous about the song, that one of the songs that he had to play, because he's in an it's jazz band. They have regular band and then they have jazz band, and jazz band is kind of a more advanced, more concentrated experience, and the band instructor is not a pianist. So Gannon was really struggling with the song that they had chosen, but he had his piano teacher, Miss Valerie. Thank God for Miss Valerie. She's been working with him weekly to try to get this song down, and he finally got it. I'm so proud of him. I'm going to put this one. It's blocky. The benefit of this one. Oh, it's upside down. It's blocky, and because it's a thick font, it's going to show up really well. And I was just checking when it was upside down. I was just checking to make sure the words would actually fit, and they will. So I'm going to use this one. And the red that I'm going to use, I'm going to go full strength. Not red, it's mauve. It's the same color, but I'm not going to water it down with the white. I'm going to use it full strength. Full strength mauve. So let's get some more of that on here so we can get this stenciled on. Yay, we found one. So anyway, band concert tonight, girls. I'm going to try to record a little bit if I can. Debbie's working. Gia's hanging out. Already have dinner planned. What's for dinner, Gia? Starting a new knitting project. I'm waiting for craft therapy this afternoon. Yes, at 1 o'clock. We get to hang out together at 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to stack the words like that. So B will be here. Kind will be right underneath it, and it's going to fit perfectly. And I'll just leave off. There's a little period there. I'm just going to leave that off so that I don't have to worry about. Let me see something, Grace. Yeah, this will work. If I keep the period, it's going to go on to the Birdcage. Okay, so here's the thing. The stencils always come in a size. 6x6, 12x16, 7x10. They come in sizes, but sometimes the sizes don't work. Like here, I'm trying to get this into the frame, and I have to push, right? I'm going to cut this. Lo and behold, you can cut your stencils. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to make a little mark with my Stabilo. So I know I'm going to cut it right there. You can cut your stencils. It's okay. Pork tenderloin. Gia, that sounds delish. You guys, last night I made, the recipe is actually an incredibly good recipe. It's a chicken and potato soup. It's so good. That you make in the Instant Pot. So it takes about a half hour to make, and it's really good. And I've made it several times, and we all love it. But Landon is not eating meat on Wednesdays and Fridays all through Lent. So I had to make it without the chicken. That's fine. Did well. I've been trying so hard to cook different things because we just get bored of the same thing over and over again. So I don't know what to make tonight. I like to come up with something different, but I don't know what to do. And the other thing is I want to use up some of the stuff that we have a deep freezer, and I want to use some of that stuff up that's in there. Pork tenderloin sounds good though. I'm a big fan of like pork chops, pork tenderloin. I do really like it. My family always wants beef. And Lennon loves chicken. Sharita, what are you up to today, my friend? Let's give that a dry. We'll be able to get our butterfly on here maybe. Now I'm not going to cut them in between. I'm going to push this down. Yeah, if I do this just like this, the kind will be on its own, and then I can just not use the period at the end. I need more paint though. I'm kind of stippling it on. Yeah, all right. This is a really good font for this because it's so bold. It will show up more. It'll show up better on this page with all of this activity going on with the beautiful transfers, the rub-ons, I mean. Rub-on transfers, I guess they're called. Okay, I'm not going to reveal, I'm not going to put it down until I know it. Yeah, it went through really beautifully. Okay. Yay, that worked out great. Hold on, I'll hold it up so you can see it better. That worked out really well. And I do like that it's soft, you know, this is soft and then that's more bold. Okay, let's see about let's get this little butterfly on there. And I better put this right back down correctly on here. And then I'm going to stick that back on there, and then I'm going to cut this. So that I can salvage. And in fact, I may end up using some of these. What do you guys think? Oh gosh, tell me in the comments, with or without the butterfly. Should I keep the butterfly or leave it off? Actually, if I leave it off, then I'll have more room for these. Let's see if there's another branch or another floral option, because I think there's a bunch of these little individual sprigs. This one's a little longer. It has a different shape. So let's take that one. We'll combine a couple of these. We'll take that one. And then, oh, this one's much bigger. Now that I'm thinking without the butterfly, because then I'll have more room for these really beautiful sprigs. And in fact, this one might be the only one that I need, because I don't want to fill it up too much. There's the same bird that I put inside my cage. Here it is with that pretty like blush pink underbelly. It's the same one as this one, just bigger, and it's facing the other direction, I think. Okay, so let's do this. Do I want to go this way? Yeah, I think I'll go this way. I see 7 of you on here. Thanks for the company, ladies. I appreciate you so much. I'm consistently live on Facebook between the membership groups and the Facebook page. And I generally will take some of those things and post them over here on YouTube. But in 2023, one of my hopes, my goals, is to do more original content over here on YouTube to serve the YouTube followers and subscribers, because it's, it's nice to have some original content coming at you if this is where you normally spend your time. And I'm aware of that. So it's my goal. It's my goal. We're going to see how we do. Oh my gosh, is that pretty? I might just leave it at that. Down here, it's very open, but I'm okay with that, because you don't want to, it's okay to have some white space on a project. You don't have to jam every single surface with color. You can be really have some open spaces just to let the mind rest, between visual elements. So this kind of brings your eye up this way or down that way. And these florals are amazing. They're so pretty. You guys, that didn't take nearly as long as I thought. Okay, one other thing though that I was contemplating was whether I should do a little more white dry brushing around the edges of this. I'm going to clean this brush and use this brush. I might add just a little more. If you look at it from afar, like you can see that white blob right there. From close up, it looks extreme, but it really isn't that extreme. When you look at, when I'm looking at this on the screen, it actually doesn't look that bold. Like here too, I like the look of that more. So I'm going to add a little bit more dry brushing. So I'm cleaning my brush off over here in a bucket of water. And then I'm going to grab some white paint. And we're just going to do a little more dry brushing here with white. I have a few containers of paint that are almost like ready to be thrown out. That's one of them. There's not very much of that left. Okay. So I'm going to drag. We're going to drag. And we're going to try to just brighten this up a little bit more even. Especially these really dark areas. I'm really gruffing it up. Mucking it up, as I say. I want the wood to show, and I love that the wood grain shows, but I do want it to be a bit brighter than it is. And I have some beads planned for the hanger. That'll probably brighten this up even a little more. That's a little better. I'm going to do a little bit more up here. You can see it's kind of dark. Thank you, Kim. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. You guys, if you are here, say hello, because I'm going to grab a couple of names from the comments and send a couple of you some happy mail. I'll send you some napkin bundles in the mail or something. Maybe it'll be a different craft supply. We shall see. But you'll get something fun from me in the mail. Make sure you say hello. If you're catching the replay, let me know that too. If this live has completed and you're watching on the replay. Okay, we can't forget. We can't forget to blob on a little bit on our edges. We don't want to miss. I've got just such little paint that it's actually not even transferring. I'd rather have less than more, and because it's harder to get it off, right? Especially with a natural wood. It's not like I can add paint to it. I'd have to find some brown that kind of matches to try to cover up if I got too much. It was tough to figure out, Sandy. All right, there. Oh, don't forget, I got one more short edge here. Not sure that anybody will be looking back there, but okay, that's much better. Now let's figure out, I do have some gorgeous beads. I went through my bead stash, you guys. You wouldn't believe. Look what I found that I've never even used them. They're pre-painted and they're gold and they're like the pinks. One of them's a little peachy, but this one's kind of coral. And there is like just a light pink. So I'm going to grab a couple of these because I was thinking it might be really cute to use a jute rope hanger with a few of these beads. So let me get the correct. I have white jute rope, but I don't want white. I want regular brown jute rope. And what I was thinking I would do, let me get a big piece of this, more than I will need, but for the sake of working this out, I was thinking I would do a slip knot, then bead it, and then knot it. Okay, because we have this big hole here. Why not, see that big hole? Why not use that and accentuate it? The beaded hanger, actually, you could always just hot glue or, I don't know, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, so what I was thinking is I would have a beaded hanger going this way, but we could do a beaded hanger going this way. What's your vote? Long or skinny? This would be long, wide, or should I do a skinny one right in the middle? Edges or in the middle? But I think I'm gonna use some of these beads. I'm thinking just the middle. It would be so different, wouldn't it? Different than what you're used to. We can always take it apart. Uh-oh, what? Hubby had a heart attack. Oh my gosh, Sharita, when did that happen, love? We can pray for him for sure. Good gravy. I'm sorry to hear that. So scary. Skinny through the hole. Yeah, Debbie, that's what I'm thinking. So slip knot here, right? Oh my gosh, how cute is that? And then let's bead these up. And I might do a gold and a pink. We have gold, pink, and white in here, but I'm thinking gold and pink. Uh-oh, now will I be able to do this? Remember my tip. If you're trying to string something up and you're having trouble getting that, whatever it is, through the bead. Now, it's a really nice big hole for the bead, but if you're having trouble, get your glue stick out. Get your friend in this case and really push these together. I usually twist them in the same direction that the rope is made. A little excess string there that I don't need. And that will help you. Yeah, I'm going to do gold, pink, gold, I think. Oh, my word, yes, this was the right choice, girls. This was the right choice. You like it long, Sandy? Yay! Like this. And I don't think we need too many of them. I think I'm just going to keep it at 3 because we don't want to have this really long, chunky thing. It's just to add a little decorative element. So now what I will do, we can separate these now. They were glued together, but they're easy to separate. This is why I gave myself an extra bit of rope. I'm going to do this twice, 2 knots at the top. And then I'm going to create a really short, another knot here, and a little short, like an inch more of jute rope with another knot. This will be the part where you'll put your nail through or your hanger through. Tie that nice and tight. And then we're just going to cut off as close as we can to get the excess off so that we have this for our hanger. Can you see that? Gosh, that's pretty. I love the gold and it makes me want to put gold somewhere else. Gold accents, my word, is that pretty. And I'm just thinking if I could put some gold wax, or if I got a gold marker, for example, and came in and accented something, what would it be? You could also use glitter, like a gold glitter. I guess it just depends on how bold you want your gold to be. I'm going to put the butterfly aside. I'm not using any of these. These will go back in the bag. They can be used another time. They're not thrown away. We'll use them for something. But I'm just going to take a quick peek and see. I have like this gold 3D paint pen, and I have a gold paint marker. But I don't, it might be nice to have a gold accent somewhere, but like right away, it's not coming at me where it would come from. So I think I'll just leave it. But if you found a place where you thought you could add some metallic shimmer, I think that would be really nice too. But for now, I think this is, we got this part 2. We finished it. I would love to know what you think of it. I'm going to do a quick pickup. Oh, let's get there's our gold hanger. Gold and pink hanger. Oh, I love how the wood grain shows up, you guys. Yes, maybe, Debbie. I was thinking the same thing. Maybe gold in here. That's not a bad idea. Could I do it with the gold marker? I actually did think of that. All right. So remember what I said. If I'm not sure if I'm going to like one color on top of this frame, what I'll do is I flip it on the back and I will try this. Oh, that nib looks like it's coming out. I'll try the marker on the back just to see what is that going to look. Oh, yes, you guys. I like it. I've decided already. I like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the corners here. It's just going to be a hint of this gold metallic paint marker. And I'm going to hit the corners here very gently. So if there's any white, which a lot of these edges have white, it's going to cover that up with a little bit of the gold. just to bring in Debbie. That was such a good suggestion. I'm glad you said it because I thought of it and then I thought, nah, maybe not. So you saying it encouraged me to kind of follow my gut there. It's such a beautiful idea. So thank you for sharing that comment. See, you've helped adjust the outcome of this project in such a good way. Amazing, right? Just a little gold marker. I have several gold markers in my stash, but lately I've been wanting to have a fine tip and I don't have one. It's one of the things that I thought, it's not very often I go out shopping for something specific. Normally when I'm shopping for craft supplies, it's just that I'm perusing, and tell me if this is you. I'm perusing and then I see something like, ooh, gotta have that. It's not that I have a reason for it. It's just, oh, I want to try that, or ooh, I like that color. Some reaction like that. It's usually just shopping supplies for the sake of having supplies, not for a specific purpose. But I've noticed lately that I have had several occasions in my art journal where I feel like I need a gold metallic fine tip marker. This one you can see it's not a fine tip. In fact, they have names for these ones. It's a medium tip. I want a really fine tip. I'm putting this on here and I may make it a little more bold in some sections. A little more obvious. Let's come. There are little planned divots. I should have showed you before I painted it, but there's little sections that are grooved out. That's the way the wood came, the frame came. And I'm just kind of accenting those to make them stand out a little more. And then I'm going to get these corners more defined. So I'm coming out on the frame a little bit more on these corners. So it's really obvious that we're framing it with gold. See there? Like I want this edge to be a little more defined. And see, there's like these little flat divots every once, like here, there's another one that we could really accentuate. Oh goodness, that added so much, Miss Sharita. Or Debbie. Debbie's the one who suggested it. I'm so glad you said something. Okay, hold on. I'm missing comments. I gotta go back. Yes, I agree. Gold on the wavy parts. I'm with you on that. He has 4 stints after three trips to that cath lab. Oh, yuck is right, Lynn. It is. Yeah, Lynn, I'm with you. It's not painful, but it's creepy. You guys, I have such a weak stomach when it comes to medical stuff. I just can't. Oh, anything blood, talk about blood or surgeries. In fact, you guys, Landon has to have all 4 of his wisdom teeth out on Monday. And I told my husband, I think you better bring him because it will really bother me. Oh, my stomach turns just thinking about it. The poor child. If I'm at Wally World shopping for groceries, yeah, they got to have it thing, right? It exists. Pretty and subtle. Yes, Debbie. Oh, thanks, Kim. Gia, you're probably right about that. So let's all pray for her husband, that his recovery just is smooth and that he's feeling really good. We can definitely do that. There's power in prayer, power in numbers, especially when we pray. Okay, I'm really happy with the way this turned out, girls, and I'm so glad you were here to be part of it. Debbie, is that what you do? Blood is my job, Debbie. I can't. I'm always amazed. Debbie, I'm always amazed when Gannon has had his blood drawn so many darn times. I actually have said to Gannon, because he's very inquisitive. He asks a lot of questions of are you called a technician? I don't know, the nurses. I don't know exactly what the title is, Debbie. Phlebotomists? I don't know. I don't know what you call you guys. But anyway, they're so good at our local hospital and our clinic. They're really good at it. Anyway, he always asks all these questions about it, about the tubes, the vials, the needle, like how the blood, like the pressure fills the vial. I'm like, oh my Lord, I'm like over in the corner gagging, like, please stop talking about this stuff. And I've always had to go back with him. Now he probably could go back by himself. He turns 16 next week. Oh my word. But he was diagnosed when he was 9. We started trying to figure out what was wrong with him when he was 8. So I would always go back there with him, of course, to support him and be with him. And I'm like, oh, gross. I can't look. I don't want to look. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear the noises. Oh, Lord. Clinical lab scientist. I work in you do clinical research. Debbie, that's exciting. Phlebotomists or medical assistants usually draw blood, but I know how to draw blood as well and perform testing. Oh, Debbie, kudos to you, girl. I'm always thankful, literally thankful to God. I acknowledge this in my prayers of Thanksgiving. Thankful to God that there are people like Debbie who are able and willing, because willing is a key part, able and willing to do that work. Because if it were left to me, everybody would die. Like, if it's beyond a Band-Aid, I can't help you. I can't. I just, my stomach. I'm so sensitive about it. So thank you, Debbie, for all your hard work and helping so many people with your skills. All right, girls, we finished up. I'm so excited. I'm glad you were here. We can use all of it. I do. I pray for you guys. And I'm sure things, as the medical landscape has changed, I'm sure things have changed for you guys, nurses included. Doctors, yeah, everybody. Okay. 1:00, I'm live inside the Craft Therapy Club on the Facebook page for the members of that group. We have our weekly live. We're going to do some crafting in there. So thank you for being here. If you're just stopping by, if you're just seeing this, today is March 16th. It's in the morning. But it's March 16, 2023. If you're catching this sometime after that, I would love for you to say hello in the comments. Please do. Tell me where you're coming in from. Let me know that you're here, that you're catching the replay. I would love to say hello. You guys have a beautiful, blessed day. I will catch you next time. Bye.